Rosé, Rosie, Toxic Till the End. What I was ultimately so impressed with in Number One Girl was, yeah, she's got a great voice and there's some wonderful nuances going on that really stand out. But the connectedness that she has to what she says, the cleverness in the writing, she's not creating music so that she can show everyone how good she is. She's creating music to express, to connect with others in a positive way. And she's being vulnerable, and that's why we connect to it so much. Let's see what this one's got for us. Huh. Okay. So already, you see her messing with a chess piece, and then you see this guy, and like within the first 10 seconds of the video, you have all these questions, like, what does this have to do with this? Like, it's creating curiosity right off the bat, holding your attention. Even though you haven't heard any music yet, you want to see what comes next. Look at that setting. Beautiful. This is a throwback. Like, the vibe of the video is already a throwback. Look at the car.
Hey. Bike went and just walked away from me. I don't know where to go. I'm lost.
And shot in the 4:3 aspect ratio too. Oh, look at that setting.
Call us what we are, toxic from the start. Can't pretend that I was in the dark. When you met my friends, didn't even try with them. I should've known then that you would try to listen.
Listen to the way her voice is recorded, how present it is. But by present, I don't just mean high frequencies or sheeny. I mean, there's a lot of distortion, it's saturation on there. It's subtle.
Can't pretend that I was in the dark. When you met my friends, didn't even try with them.
That's why it feels so close to you, even though it's got ambient effects like a little bit of reverb and delay on it. This is a big thing with modern music production, to not just compress the voice by controlling the dynamics of it, but by actually compressing it and controlling the dynamics by saturating it a ton. We heard this naturally happen in older recordings that, you know, this whole thing so far seems like a throwback to like the 80s and 90s with the way the video looks and even the sound that I'm hearing. It's like a modern representation of what used to naturally happen when you'd record to tape.
Should've known then that you would try to listen. Possessive, so manipulating, honestly impressive. You had me participating.
What makes an interesting sounding voice? This melody isn't overly challenging to sing or way out of left field in terms of an idea. It's familiar and it's good. But what makes her voice? Why do we get interested in the sound of Rosie where other vocalists may be singing the same notes? It doesn't really flag anything in us. Here's why.
So manipulating.
Listen to how she's saying manipulating.
So manipulating.
Lay. Her voice moves. This is a moving, living, breathing, exploratory vocalization, even in that one word. And it resonates all around her. It doesn't just come out in one way. To exaggerate this point, so manipulating, one way, kind of cringy. Yeah. Now, so, I'm going to start sort of low larynx, maybe throw the feeling of the note coming out of my voice, out of my body, back here. So, and then as I say the word manipulating, I'm going to bring that note, the sensation of that note forward, maybe a little bit through my nose, maybe then out of my nose. I'm going to follow the sensation of it and direct it as it's coming out of my body. So manipulating. Every phrase, every note is an experience. Never mind that I'm still working out the sound in my own voice. But this is what she does with her voice, and this is why it instantly captivates you.
Possessive.
And even there, impressive. It's a nuanced approach. It's not impressive. It's not a note that's just being delivered. There's all sorts of flair around it, even though it's subtle. Ooh, listen to that exit on again. Again. You listen to great singers, and a lot of them do this. It's not just again. They're not just cutting it off. There's this sigh or this air dump afterward. It's another way to sort of like give their voice, give themselves a hug and really embrace the resonance that's happening in their voice. You can tell it's truly connected. I like the fry engagement there over baby. Listen to her fall here. She throws her voice up into her head voice there. It's like this little playful sigh and then grounds in a much more aggressive, not aggressive, but just connected chest note. Same with you. It's being thrown up there and then grounded in. Not, you heard! There's this lightening and this playfulness. You, head voice engagement, even though it's low for her, she's choosing to go up there. You heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the X. His favorite game is chess, who would ever guess?
Oh, his favorite game is chess. Okay.
The X. His favorite game is chess, who would ever guess? Playing with the pieces in my chest. Now he's on the screen, I'm saying don't leave.
That is a cool line. His favorite game is chess. Playing with the pieces in my chest. Playing with a broken heart. What a cool way to say it. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. The writing. It's the whole package, right?
Playing with the pieces in my chest. Now he's on the screen, I'm saying don't leave. You saw that line from me cause you're just jealous and possessive. So manipulating.
Listen to possessive there specifically. She actually creates percussion out of it. Possessive. Inserting fry there, but it becomes this two-part word in a way that possessive.
You saw that line from me cause you're just jealous and possessive. So manipulating, honestly impressive.
Same there. You know what's interesting here is the music itself is in mono. Like I'm listening in these headphones and I've just been listening to other stuff with stereo. I wonder if that's part of the throwback nature of the video. And it's creating, I mean, seriously, the mono sound, the 4:3 aspect ratio, the way the video is shot, the lighting and everything, this 80s, 90s, like I'm in 80s, 90s, like that. Those were my decades for art, for music. And I think that's one of the reasons I'm connecting with it more. It does seem like something that would have been put out when I was a teenager.
We were toxic till the end. It's even when I said it was over, you heard.
Yet there's aspects of the production that is more like, early 2010s.
Baby, can you pull me in closer? You were plotting how to stay in my head. We were toxic till the end. I can't forgive you for all the things from
Ooh, listen to how her voice is grabbing that saturation, that recorded saturation that I talked about earlier in the video. It's distorted. Like if you were to isolate that vocal out, it's distorted. I mean, really distorted. A lot of times, this is another one of those things that people shy away from when they're singing or recording and they're just beginning. Like, oh, I don't want my voice to distort. It needs to be nice and clean. Actually, no. Distortion ruins the pursuit of perfection, and then it becomes perfectly imperfect because it's messy. And I love that her voice and the way the voice is produced, right at the moment that things start to get ugly in the video, it all comes together. Listen. It's so...
Back then, when I was running out of your place, I said I never want to see your face. I couldn't wait to see it again.
Again.
Want to see your face. I couldn't wait to see it again. We were toxic.
Ooh. I want to go back. You wasted my prettiest years. Another one of those lines, right? Like, there's so much wrapped into that. Remorse, nostalgia. That line encapsulates the amount of anger and angst we're seeing out of her voice right now. And then...
Your place, I said, I never want to see your face. I couldn't wait to see it again.
Then they're snuggling. The cycle that we all get into, coming back to the things that have already hurt and damaged us. We get addicted to the very things that destroy us or come close to destroying us. And we go back anyway because there's some sort of comfort in the familiar. And that, even that message, and then me watching this video as someone who can relate to something that happened when I'm 13, like it's bringing back this stage of life for me. That's powerful.
We were toxic.
I heard that the first time. On Toxic, hear the note, hear what they did. That might be a ring modulator effect, but it also might be a double that they've intentionally detuned over the word toxic. Awesome production choice.
See it again. We were toxic. I never want to see your face. I couldn't wait to see it again. We were toxic. It's even when I said it was over, you hurt. Baby, can you pull me in closer? You hurt. Thought I had to stay in my head. We were toxic till the end.
Listen to her choice of glottal stops or onsets here on the word end. She did this with Number One Girl as well, and it shows an extreme attentiveness to diction in her writing and in her performing. The words "the end," that can sound like one word, right? But she's very intentional about the end, and she uses as a consonant almost, even though it's the entrance into a vowel, and that creates this percussiveness to her vocal performance, which is just another part of how connected and well-rehearsed, well-practiced, not just gifted and talented, she is. Even on that run, toxic till the end. No, that's weird, especially when you put everything around it. Toxic till the end. Toxic till the end. Yeah.
We were toxic till the end.
End. Hear how she closes the word end? It's in the subtleties. I'm telling you, that's what helps me really appreciate things about different voices, is when you really start to listen to the subtle differences, the subtle things that bring out that connection.
Till the end.
End, not end. Really leaning into that sound. That's what I'm talking about, where when you say an N, it brings the sound into your nose. It's nasal. it's nasal by default because the sound has nowhere to go. And that creates that diversity and dynamics out of your voice by not just letting the stuff coming out of your mouth be what people hear, but the stuff coming out of your nose. and that's way more interesting, resonant, and it pops out at the mic in a much different way than and the delayed D, and so cool. Well, the music's over, but I don't know where this is filmed. Beautiful. Yeah, they're having fun. Look at the distortion of the light, too, right? Like the blurred, heavenly gaze on that. Oh, it's so pretty. For different reasons, there's a lot of diversity in this artist that I have a feeling I'm just beginning to discover. Thanks for your suggestions. If you would like more help with the noticing and what makes certain vocalists, certain singers so compelling and interesting, and you would like to learn how to take those nuances and put them in your own voice and learn how to experiment with them, I can help you. I'm a vocal coach, and I show people how to learn from those that they're inspired by. And in the process, figuring out how to do things with their own voices that they never thought possible, that maybe has previously just been written off as, oh, they're just super talented. Yeah, there's some of that, but you can do way more than you think you can. If you're interested in learning how to use your voice in amazing ways, click the link below in the video description or pinned comment and join my free voice course. I'll help you pull things out of your voice you never knew were there.